Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm Greg Parry, I'm a wellbeing specialist, and one of the subjects that crops up with amazing regularity when I'm working with individuals is the way that we allow the past, it's usually quite negative experiences, the way we allow the past to dominate how we think and feel about the present and about the future. And this is one of the great challenges that we face as a species. It's learning how to recognize these dark, shadowy influences, these painful echoes of the past, and release them. The strange thing is that we can develop a kind of a bizarre attachment to the pain and discomfort associated with past negative experiences. Perhaps it's just part of our survival mechanism, a way that we prepare ourselves to make sure that we don't expose ourselves to these problems again in the future. But one of the greatest things we can do to improve the quality of our life is to detach ourselves from what went on in the past. Sometimes people reply, but Greg, these things happened. I can't just pretend they didn't. And you're absolutely right. But what we can do is remove the emotional attachment to those events. We bring meaning to absolutely everything that we encounter. The experiences that we have, strange to say, are neutral. They are just things that happen. And we interpret them and we add the emotional layer of reaction that makes them significant. That's true for everything we encounter. If we're having painful experiences, painful recollections of certain events, what we really need to learn to do is to release the emotional attachment. Yeah, I know, it's easier said than done. But you might be surprised how quickly we as a species are capable of detaching ourselves from certain events, to look at things from a distance, to allow ourselves the freedom and the space to move on, so that our lives are not conditioned by what went on in the past. And I have to tell you that I've met some extraordinary people who have gone through terrible circumstances, unimaginably awful events, and yet they've emerged as incredibly well balanced, generous, kind, extraordinary people. They certainly serve to take away a lot of my excuses for my behaviour. I can't blame the past on the way that I behave, because these people have shown that it's possible to rise above the things that have caused us pain and even trauma. That's quite a dramatic message to share with you today, but I think it's so important because no matter where we find the source of our pain and discomfort, no matter what has gone on, no matter how great the sense of injustice or the feeling that somehow what happened to us wasn't right, it is so important that we learn to detach ourselves from these events so we can approach today as a blank sheet, as a fresh page, a new opportunity to write and describe how we want to live, how we want to feel, using a new and fresh palette of emotions to colour the day and allow ourselves to feel the full potential of our inner happiness, inner peace, inner balance. It's a powerful message, but if you really want to discover the real power of fulfillment, it's essential that we let go of the past. We're not going to pretend it didn't happen. We're simply going to reduce the amount of emotional energy we invest in those memories. And that's a life-changing event that can completely revolutionize how you experience today. If you've got any comments, please feel free to address them to my little email. It's always open and the address is in the description. And I'm always delighted to hear from you. Any questions, any observations, any comments, always welcome. And in the meantime, as you discover a fresh new way of living today and living your life from this moment onwards with greater happiness and a potential for real fulfillment, allow me, from my heart, to wish you a wonderful day.